Oh my gosh! It's an appa. Are we
It
get,
is.
are we going back to Avatar? Can we go back to Avatar?
I mean, this episode was kind of like more of a horror episode, a little bit. Like it was rough. So I wouldn't mind. And this is my emotional support Appa.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute. I love Appa so much. I actually just spoke to someone yesterday who's gonna get a Momo tattoo.
Ooh,
And they
that's
were
cool too.
debating, like, do they change the colors to more of like a watercolor vibe because Momo's got so much white and some people don't take white well in their tattoos.
Yeah.
But anyway, good evening all. I am Crystal and this over here is Thom on Dragonmount. Welcome to our Monday night rewatch. Hey Gnome. Hello, Mr. Moonbound.
It's a gnome. He does kind of with the eyes, with his eyes
He's
all
so
big.
cute,
He's like,
though.
what's going on? He is very cute. He's very soft.
Hey Rapunzel.
Oh, Rapunzel too. This week's episode was rough. It was rough. There's a lot that happens, but I don't want to talk too much about really anything without our fantastic human that's waiting for us backstage. So,
look, here comes an awesome guest.
Yay!
I love your intro so much.
I'm a nerd.
It's amazing. It makes me smile every time.
Yes.
Hi.
Hey guys, how are you?
This Winespring Cafe.
It's me. I cook
Chef
food.
extraordinaire. How are you doing?
I'm doing so good. I just want to say hi to everyone in chat. Especially, Mr. Moonbound. Hey. So,
Hey, Rosa.
Ooh, Aros is a world traveler this week. That's cool. That'll be me next week. I'll be going across the pond. We're gonna go to Malkirkon and then doing a little bit of traveling around Europe as well. We'll be posting pictures and probably like TikToks and stuff like that. It'll be fun.
Ooh, yay.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've never been to Europe, and we probably shouldn't spend as much money as we are going on this vacation, but it's my wife's 40th birthday and our 10th wedding anniversary and Malkirkon. So let's go.
Perfect.
No need to justify. You live one time. Like
no notes.
You spend the money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Where are you going while you're there?
We land in London, then we're going to Scotland and around the UK a bit, and then to Prague for Malkirkon, and then to Paris, and we're going to explore Paris and go to Paris Disney.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Put me in your suitcase. I want to come.
We're also not checking a bag. We're bringing only carry-ons.
Oh.
For that long of a trip?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We brought enough. It's like hiking backpacks that are that are like the right size that can fit into overhead compartments, and they're packed full. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay, TikToks on that, definitely.
Yeah. Number one, how do you pack like that? Because I can't even take like one suitcase to JordanCon, like or anywhere. It's really clear. I can't take one suitcase anywhere. I go like for the weekend, and I look like it's the apocalypse.
We took pictures. I think Erin is going to make like a whole thing for it. She's so much better at like social media stuff than I am. So yeah, we did I do the packing because I have OCD.
Do you roll your stuff? You roll things? Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I roll them
it
up in a nice
way better.
little ball. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it does. And then and if you do it nice enough, like they won't have wrinkles or anything when you unroll them. Mm-hmm. Mostly, they'll be pretty good when you unroll stuff. So
I am even more impressed by you. Like I take multiple pairs of clothes to the gym when I go in the morning because I don't know who I'm gonna be after that workout. Like I can't even commit to one outfit for the gym.
I love that so much.
Really.
That's real life. I understand. Every time. Yeah.
the speaking of JordanCon and Wheel of Time, I have our friend from Screen Rant wrote another article.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Christopher, what's his name? Christopher Nicholas Raymond. He and I are feuding. He's unaware of the feud that he and I are having, but we're feuding.
Oh God, what did he do?
Yeah.
I need to tag him in this video right now.
Oh, you should. You should. The article here is One Wheel of Time Power reveals how the show can easily avoid skipping the next book. And basically what he goes into here is traveling. So here we go. So traveling could be the key to bridging the gap between the Dragonborn and the Shadow Rising. Basically saying that he can travel back to the Stone of Tyr to get Kalendor and not have to skip those scenes from the Dragon Reborn for season 3. I think that's kind of a lot for season 3, especially if unless they don't do Ruidian in season 3. So how would you, what would you think of that? Like them going to the IO Waste, doing whatever, like I'm sure at least 80% of the season will be them in the IO Waste, but then not culminating with Ruidian and instead traveling back to the Westlands and going to the Stone of Tyr.
No, you're going to lose
make sense.
people. No,
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. That's going to be so confusing.
Yeah. I was like, that's silly. But also, he has a bit of lore in here that he got incorrect. He said,
Shame.
I have to shame him because we are feuding. Lost ability, teleport. How it works, the creator of the portal creates a gateway of sorts. Through this temporary gateway, the channeler can go where they please, blah, blah, blah. Distances are limited. And here we go. And while deep knowledge of the target location is important, having been there is not necessary. That's incorrect, sir. Incorrect.
Oh.
Deep knowledge of the location you are traveling from is important, not where you are traveling to. Which is why Varen takes like 3 days to like learn the area that she's in one scene, or 2 days, I think, 2 or 3 days in one of the books before she can travel out of it. And that often happens to people. It scales differently and some people have different talents, but yeah, that's
clearly he should be fired. What an idiot.
Well, I don't know if I
It's
want
really
if I want to fire
disappointing.
him, but I just
Really
he need just a stern talking to and maybe a finger wave like this, just a little bit.
I don't know.
Next time, Nick.
I mean,
Next time.
has he ever read the books?
I don't know. I mean, the only little bit that I can give him for that is that it could be. Why are you there?
Ooh, hi.
Hi.
Ooh.
It could be that he mistaked skimming, because skimming kind of works like that, but still.
Oh, hi,
Come on.
Luna.
If you're,
Sorry.
Luna's very active today.
You being so gracious, even bringing up skimming. I mean, I thought this was a feud. What kind of feud is this?
It's fair. Well, I mean,
You're being
like, hey,
far
listen.
too nice to him.
Well, if you're writing articles for Screen Rant about Wheel of Time, you should know the difference. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. I mean, does he even know the community? Like, here we come.
Yeah, no, that was fine. That was good. Yes. How about that? That's what I'm saying. Let's go, Charles Nicholas. What was your last name? I forgot. Charles Nicholas. Was it Raymond? Yeah, Raymond. Charles.
Raymond.
You don't even need to know his last name.
No, that's not until he gets all the lore correct.
Not
that's
worthy.
What is it? What'd you say, Rapunzel? Demandrid. Tom, come fight me. Looser. That's great. That is great. Looser. Oh, I love that. I want that to be like a bumper sticker or something.
Oh man, I love chat.
We need to find this guy's social media. I'm committed to this feud now. I need to see you guys beef.
I do talk a lot of shit. I feel a little bit bad now. Anyway, but yeah, there wasn't a lot of information, new information for Wheel of Time stuff this week. But Brandon, in the same vein of Wheel of Time, Brandon Sanderson crushed another Kickstarter milestone as the largest TTRPG ever funded on Kickstarter. In fact, let's see what it's at right now. For the Cosmere, I forgot to check what it was at before I came on. It's currently at $10 million. Jesus Christ!
Oh my God!
Wow!
With a goal of 250,000.
Oh, he knows that's a joke.
Insanity, absolute insanity. The one that he beat out. What's up, Lottie? The one that he beat out for this was actually the Avatar TTRPG that came out like a year ago or so.
Wow.
Yeah, he put out a video saying that he was surprised that they beat Avatar, which I don't think he's surprised.
Come on. Nah. He's polite.
Yeah, I would like to see him do like a similar, like, not that he has to or anything, but it would be really cool if he did the similar thing like he did when his book made a bajillion dollars, like it was 30 million or something, where he went and like funded a whole bunch of like indie authors also, like their projects on Kickstarter. So it'd be cool if to see him do something like that with this, but sending all the praise and good vibes to him. That's congratulations. It's awesome. Couldn't be, he's such a cool dude, and he really is like a gamer at heart. At JordanCon, he used to like prior to so I say this like with love, prior to his people coming with him, and that's not a bad thing. Like, I love Kara Stewart is usually the person that's with him. And then like the keeper of his schedule is usually his wife, Emily, who is absolutely amazing. Like, I spent a lot of time with her, but prior to them coming, it would just be him and Peter Alstrom, and Brandon would commonly stay in the gaming room until like 4:00 in the morning. So,
oh my God. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I get why Emily doesn't want to let him do that, because, he has to
health and stuff, sleep.
Yeah. But like,
Yeah.
she said to me the first year she came was, if I don't schedule sleep for him, he won't do it.
So he gets all that writing done.
That's good too. That's good.
Wow. Yes. The first time I attended JordanCon, I sat next to Brandon Sanderson. I just walked up and just sat down. He was in the back aisle somewhere. Had no idea who was sitting next to him. So I looked over and I was like, "Oh, cool. This is a good aisle. Cool. This is great." He was so polite, just like the nicest person ever.
Oh, he's super nice. Which is both. It's both good and bad. Like, I used to have to wrangle him at the con, so like he would never not talk to somebody.
Yeah.
So like if someone stopped him in the hallway and was talking to him, he would talk to them, and he would never say, "I have to leave. Like, there's a panel that started 3 minutes ago and I'm on it, or I'm running it, or it's a lecture that I'm leading and there's no one else there." I had to be that person.
Honorable work indeed.
Oh yeah. And he's also the greatest with signings. I know this is like a Brandon hype now, and we haven't even barely spoken about Fallout yet, but
normal.
He for his, like, I used to help run his signings at JordanCon, and he is very specific about, like, there's no end to my signing unless there's like something really hard, like, and fast, like a time that he has to leave right after that. His signings are over when he signed everybody's books that are in line and spoken with everybody. Like, if someone comes up and starts talking to him, he will talk to them until they're done. Like,
yeah, I've been in those lines. I know.
Yeah. No, I did not. So I've only been to like some other author signings, and I never made it to see Robert Jordan, but I went to go see Brandon Sanderson, and I panicked a little bit because I didn't expect him to actually be willing to talk to me. And suddenly every question I ever had ran out of my head, and I like squeaked and then I left. It was awful. It was terrible. I was
in front of him for like 3 seconds. I get it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And then he literally, like, legitimately, like, put down his pen and was like, because I had my spiel in my head that I had like practiced. And I said that, and then he prompted me for question, and I was like, and then I was gone. Yeah.
Well done.
I wish I was recording of that.
Yeah.
There's pictures. My husband was like off to the side taking pictures.
Now I got to get him to send me those pictures. And next time we're at JordanCon and Brandon is there, and be like, "Hey, do you remember her from the sign?"
She squeaked.
Is he ever coming again?
Oh yeah, he comes twice, 2 times in every 3 years. That's his schedule.
So next year then.
Next year, it's either next year or the year after. Should be his one of his on years for Jordan Con. He used to come every year. He came every single year until he started writing 12 books a year or whatever he's up to.
I do not know how he does that. It's insane.
He's not human. That's how he does it.
Well, we're grateful for that.
But perfect segue. Speaking of not humans,
it is.
Ghouls.
The ghoul.
Ghouls are not human. So before we dive into talking about it real quick, I just want to remind everybody, we do have our little watch party that we do. So I'm going to share the link for the watch party in chat. Ooh, why is it so long? Oh, that's the Kickstarter link. We don't need the Kickstarter link. We need this link there we go, for Teleparty. So if you want to watch along on the Teleparty, it's a free web extension, works on Chrome and Mac OS. Just click on it. It'll download the extension, sign in, refresh the page, and you can watch along with us on that. Ooh, where you going?
Will you put it in the private chat too, please?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Luna, no.
Luna is probably you're going to the bathroom again, something to eat. We'll see him when he gets back. Come on, keep going, buddy. Just walks right in front of the camera. All right. We'll bring him back when he comes back. Hey, buddy. All right. And like I said, it's absolutely free, so you can just watch there. Or, as per usual, I'll have my countdown timer. So I'll leave that up on screen for the whole time. Oh, but we can't hide Appa.
No.
There we go. Now we're good.
I need a little Appa.
Yeah. I can show you the link where I got that when we're done too. So you can follow along with that. If you do get a commercial, sorry about that, but you can just catch back up, match up with the timer. I'll keep it going.
Okay.
Anyway, so so I know, Crystal, you're playing Fallout 4 right now. Winespring, have you, Luna, you're supposed to be, why are you making a mess now? He's throwing stuff off my desk. Have you ever played the video games before?
I have not.
Ah, okay. So this is your first foray into the Fallout lore and universe.
Yes, I didn't know anything about it walking in, other than it was based on a video game, and that was intriguing enough.
Fair enough. And
are you pretty fun?
Are you enjoying it?
Yes. Yeah, I've watched it all the way through once, and then I've watched the first 4 episodes in order to get ready for this, and then I'll watch the rest because I'll see at the finale.
Yeah. It doesn't really, there's not like, it's an adaptation in the sense that it's based on the games, but there's not like a through line with the story. They kind of created this story themselves for the show, which is kind of cool.
Perfect. Yeah. I'm not a fall cloak, so I'm not getting upset about anything like that. I love a good adaptation,
Me too.
Change it up, make it work for the screen.
Though people still find things to get angry about. Don't worry. One of which is actually the Ghouls, and one of the main focuses of this episode, which I have. Oh no, I saved it so that we could zoom into it. That's what it was. I'm like looking for the picture that I saved, but I made it big because it's very hard to see. So the Ghouls in this seem to need to take some sort of substance, which is this. In order to survive, while in the game that's not the case. So this is something that they've added for the show, though it makes sense because it adds like a layer of
like necessity.
It makes them, and it's another MacGuffin that they have to go get, essentially. Like, if the Ghoul becomes a regular character all the time and leans a little more into the protagonist line with them, you'll be worried about him getting his medicine.
Mm-hmm. And I'll have to do one of those stupid side quests, like you call it.
Oh, yeah.
I love that line.
That was there's been so many
video game call out.
Oh, yeah. So many great call outs for the video games in the show so far. Like, I've been really, really liking when they do the call outs for that. The giant backpack that filled with all the crap.
It's amazing.
There's a lot of video game references directly to Fallout, but they have a lot of just like video game, like community lore in general, getting sidetracked by side quests, fighting random monsters, I tried to zoom in on these to see what they were, but it just looks like it's like a generic, like radiation symbol, but it does have an X through it, and then obviously an atomic explosion on this one. On the ghoul's grave, when they first find him, is Radaway. So radiation cleansing chemicals for those who are uninitiated in the video games.
If you're attacked by giant cockroaches, that can become necessary.
It has interesting implications though, because like he was created by radiation. Like ghouls were created because of being irradiated. There's also a bit of, in the Fallout games, spoiler alert, I mean the games came out many years ago. This is from like early games. They're not only were they created from the fallout of the war, the Great War they call it, but also Vault-Tec experimentation. So I'm hoping they lean more toward the Vault-Tec experimentation side of it, because that would be more interesting.
That would be really interesting.
Yeah. The for Winespring, for your knowledge here, because you haven't played Fallout 4, there's a lot of lore drops and stuff like that in the form of the computers, and we see them in the show a bit. In this episode specifically. And in fact, I blew them up a little so we can read the screen. So this is one of the things that we see in the computer in the show. Vault 32 is the vault that they're in. And 33 is the vault that he's in right now. And 33 is their vault 31. So it's like, this is like the things that they traded during things. So this is the overseer's log, essentially, from when they communicate with other vaults. And it says, as you're aware, our vault has been experiencing some recent difficulties. Despite our best efforts, we have been unable to repair our internal systems and are currently exploring options. So there's a lot of interesting things that go on these computers throughout the video games. One of which is the kind of lore drops of how much of a horrible company Vault-Tec was. Being as they experimented on people, pretty much every vault was an experimentation in and of itself. You had a vault that was full of clones of this guy named Gary. So you just had a vault full of Garys. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Vaults where they only provided enough food for 50% of the people. Vaults where they genetically modified people. Vaults where there was only one man and everyone else was women. Like vaults where they controlled different aspects of society for absolutely no reason other than to see how people reacted to it. So yeah, Vault-Tec was pretty bad.
It's like a scientist's wet dream, or what it sounds like, just to be able to just create whatever environment you want and just watch it play out and see what happens. Like
Agonor would be very happy with
fascinating. It is fascinating.
Yeah.
My like dark side's coming out. I'm like, tell me more.
Tell me more. What else did they do?
Happened in these vaults?
What kind of food did they have?
Is there a case study I can read about?
Probably. I wonder if anyone wrote an Ig Nobel Prize thesis on it. Do you know the Ig Nobel Prizes? Do you know what that is?
No, tell me, and then I have an idea.
It's a joke Nobel ceremony thing that they do every year. It's usually scientists that submit to it, and they're joke papers, but they actually write theses, like actual, like they write them, but they're, a joke. My favorite one that's ever won are cats are liquid. Because they could fit into any container, and they take the shape of the container that they're put in.
What is this called again? I just need to make like a note of it.
Ig Nobel, the Ig Nobel.
There it is.
Yeah, it's really funny. I would not put it past someone to have like written something about Vault-Tec or as Vault-Tec as a joke for that. Like I could totally see that.
That was my idea. You guys create your vault. What would your vault be?
Oh man, what would my vault be?
Get weird. Chat, let us know. I would love to hear some ideas.
Yeah, I'm wondering, Gnome Garden. I don't need a vault full of gnomes.
Oh my god.
Oh man, what would my vault be?
What would your vault be?
That's rough. I don't know. I think it would be something with food.
Oh my gosh, that's where I was headed, of course.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I love
Can't
cooking
be
too.
in
I cook all the time. I'm the cook in the house. My wife is the baker because baking requires like precise
Precision.
measurements and
Yes.
mathematics, and I can't do that. That's good. I know. A new studio question. What would your vault be in Fallout?
What's your vault be?
If you were to hold large groups of people underground in a bunker and experiment on them, what would the experimentation be?
What would it be? It doesn't have to be like dark or cross. Like, it can be hopeful.
But it's more
it can be good. Like, would be more fun. I heard that.
Here you go. Mine would be: is the Scoville meter real? And I would like have predetermined. Yeah.
Okay.
Like how spicy something is. It's like, oh, it's rated 100 on the Scoville meter. I think it's bullcrap, by the way. I would like have predetermined amounts of spiciness added to food, and that is rated on the Scoville meter at certain rates, and then see how people react to it.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
okay.
I tasted the taint, the Black Tower's taint at WatCon, and they had everything rated by Scoville meter too. Like they had their sauce, but they also had many other hot sauces, and like the one they had at 4 was hotter than the one they had at 8.
Oh, it's interesting.
Yeah, it was. I was like, this thing is bullcrap.
I bought multiple bottles of the taint sauce. I thought it was that delicious.
What's the oh my god,
Rapunzel,
I love your brain. What's the maximum human to cat ratio for survivability? I don't even think we need to ask whose survivability, because obviously
clearly the cats.
It's clearly going to be the cat. Yeah, I totally agree. It's subjective. Like, I mean, it's just based on who's tasting it, who's rating it. It's crap. Crystal, do you have any ideas for your?
I'm gonna think on it. I was thinking about something with potatoes, but it was too close to it. It's fine. It's too close to what you were. Potatoes, yeah. We actually had this discussion at my son's birthday party over the weekend, like of if you could pick one food for the rest of your life, like what would that food be? And I said a potato because of all the things you can do.
I mean, potatoes. You can mash it, boil it, stick it in a stew.
Stick it in a stew, yeah.
Fry it.
Well, potatoes, precious.
What's potatoes, precious?
Now I want potatoes.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens.
Speaking of potatoes, Tom, are you going to share what you did?
Oh, shit. I forgot about that. So, yeah, I am going to WatCon. So, not WatCon. I went there. I am going next year, too. But I'm also going to MalkirCon over in Prague this year, which I believe you still can secure virtual tickets. So I'm going to post the link to that in a second. I forgot to do that, to secure the link prior to talking about it, because I'm silly and bad at my job. I'll be going over to MalkirCon. So we have a good friend of ours staying in our house with us to watch our cats. And she requested that I cook her enough of my homemade chicken soup to last her for when she stays here. And it's going to be like 2 weeks. So I have this pot that I bought from a Asian supermarket. You can see here, it's huge. That doesn't do it justice, but that's my little friend, Sebastian, for obvious reasons. He's the spoon holder usually, but
super cute.
He doesn't hold the wooden spoons well. There's a lot of vegetables in my chicken soup, obviously, and that's it plated. But there are potatoes in it, little tiny baby russet potatoes, which are fantastic. My favorite addition to my soup.
I want that.
It was really good. It's spicy, but it's not super spicy. Like, it gets just enough of a hint that it like opens your sinuses up pretty well.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then I have 2 secret ingredients. Maybe I'll tell you about them afterwards, Winespring, so that you can eat them. But there's a lot of vegetables. It's leeks, turnips, carrots, onions, potatoes, celery, garlic, cilantro, dill, fennel.
Man.
Turnips.
And that's
what we're talking about.
Yeah. And potatoes.
You don't hear about turnips enough.
Oh yeah.
They're glorious.
Oh, they are really good. But yeah, so I made her a ton of that I'll freeze a bunch, and then she can eat it as she's here. And she's fantastic. We love her. She's like really like no stress at all because she's going to be here watching her cats.
Oh, that's great.
But I'll be posting a bunch on the Dragonmount social medias of all of our adventuring in Europe. We're going to be there for like 2 weeks. So in the middle of that 2 weeks will be Malkircon and Prague. I'm going to be on 2 panels, swapping the power. So like we're going to basically come to the panel with a bunch of characters and their powers in the books, and then we're going to swap them with the panel audience and discuss the implications of, like, you know, what if Perrin had luck and wasn't a wolf brother and Rand was a wolf brother, things like that.
Oh my.
Very cool.
Yeah, I love that.
What was the other one that I'm doing? Oh, Meme Off. We're doing a Meme Off. Me versus Hatch.
Those are so fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm going to post those online later so we can all see them if we weren't able to be there.
I'm sure.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
I'm like, I mean, my wife will, I'll try to make sure Erin takes pictures of everything, but I'm sure Rob will post everything online.
Perfect.
He's smart. He knows how to do those things.
He's good at that, I guess.
I told you, Reverse, if you ever come down to Florida, I'll cook for you, buddy.
Nice.
All right. So I think that's enough time for people to have gotten the show queued up. I'm going to link the watch party one more time for people, just in case people want to join the watch party. If you do have any trouble with the watch party, currently it's paused and I'm the only one that can press play. So you should just see like part of the Amazon check mark on the screen. Just make sure your browser has hardware acceleration involved and just refresh the page and it'll start working for you. If not, again, I have my little timer on the side so you can follow along that way. Are we ready?
Yes.
For Fallout? Okay, getting my timer up so I can press play on both at the same time. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Yay, I think I got it. Yes.
It's happening.
I'm going to stop this for 1 second. Good, perfect. There we go. All right. So yeah, and there's his little his medicine that we were talking about before. The you can hold whatever you want to me.
You know what I've always found really interesting that could be fun for a vault is like the effects of daylight. Like I'm one of those people, I need like shades and blackout curtains and like all of the things to sleep. So maybe just a vault where it's never dark, where it's like living in Alaska. I think I would go crazy.
All the time.
I don't think I could handle it all the time. Yep.
Wow.
Constantly.
That sounds like torture. I'm pretty sure it is a form of torture.
Oh my gosh.
How long do you ever adapt? How long does it,
I think the Russians did experiments on people like that in like during like
the Cold War.
The Cold War and shit. War.
Mine would be related to gravity, I think.
Ooh.
So I would want to start the day off with really light gravity. You're almost weightless, and throughout the day, and throughout the day it gets more and more intense. And it starts over every day, and then it's a psychological study, not just a physical study. And they wouldn't know it's happening. Like they don't know that gravity's doing that.
They don't know. They're just like everything. Just as the day drags on, everything feels
a really long week, Gnome, and it's only Monday. It's been a real long week. Real long. No, but I'm fascinated by that. Like people who live in Alaska, like how do you cope with that kind of thing? Or the people who just live in like extremely cold or extremely hot climates. It was 100. The heat index here was like 110 today. It's like 75% humidity, and I thought I was gonna die. I opened the door to the school and was like, nope, I'm going back. I'm not leaving.
Oh crap! String. I didn't realize are you in Alaska? I'm guessing you're in Alaska. That's cool.
See, I would feel like you would adapt to it after, like, your body would just become accustomed. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. Though I get seasonal depression pretty bad when it's only like the sun sets at like 5 o'clock down here. So
Oh, it's awful. It's awful. I actually have one of those indoor, what's it called? It's not Noom. One of those indoor daylight lights for that very reason. I hate it. It bothers me.
Does it help? Does that thing help?
No.
I was gonna say.
My therapist suggested it. I tried it. It did not. But it's pretty.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Good atmosphere.
So for Winespring and for those who are uninitiated into the Fallout video games, this idea of the ghouls going feral if they don't take this medicine is a lore piece that was introduced in the show. Whether or not it's entirely created just for the show, or it's just something that they haven't introduced in the games yet or whatever, that's unknown. They did say the show is canon, so we'll see.
Oh wow. That's
okay.
In the games, they're unaware of why ghouls go feral. Some ghouls are like end up like whatever his name is, Howard, I think is his name.
Or Roger?
Roger?
Who's Roger?
I don't remember. What's his name?
Roger. Neil Hutt
Roger?
is Roger. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they just bill him as the ghoul when he's the ghoul, but when he's in his human one, this guy's Roger, but him, Walton Goggins.
Oh, him. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well, I guess Roger too, because he's also immortal. In the game, you're either like them, where you're immortal and you just live forever, essentially, or you're a feral ghoul, like the ones that we see later. They're more like zombies and stuff.
This scene really got to me, you guys.
Yeah, it's a rough
sad.
scene.
Oh man.
The way that they balance the action, the comedy, and the horror beats of this show is masterful. Like,
phenomenal job.
I'm never like, when I watch things that are like too sad for too long, I end up not watching it. Like I end up shutting it off because I don't want to be sad for that long. And when it's just like gore porn, that's not fun.
Yeah.
But like they really just like tap on these veins just very lightly, and they do it so well.
It's like I know it's coming.
Yeah.
He looks so like hopeful and kind. Oh.
Yeah. Like he's talking about his memories of his mother get shot in the head, and then within a minute we're gonna have an ass jerky reference.
Oh yeah, I made some ass jerky, you guys.
Oh my God.
Oh wait, but what's it made out of?
Mostly
I
soy.
ask while your mouth is full.
Yeah.
He asks when she cannot answer.
It's so good, you. You should definitely try ass jerky.
Is it salty?
It is.
The idea of eating human flesh in the games is a thing that happens, and you actually can do. It usually has some sort of repercussions in the different Fallout games, though.
So, like, whoever eats this ass jerky, something will happen?
I don't know if they're going to do it for the show. I would assume probably not. Like in real life, nothing really happens to you if you eat human meat. The only thing that's risky is eating brains for whatever reason. There's some sort of bacteria that you can't digest.
Okay. So I need to stop eating brains. Got it.
Yeah, you shouldn't eat brains.
Take it off the list.
Yeah. Or you could just not eat people, but I know that's going to be tough.
Like I said, it's been a long week already.
Yeah. By the end of this episode, we get Lucy almost fully kind of transformed too. Like her character really, really goes on, like is almost full Wastelander by the end of this episode. She's still very kind of like a fish out of water here. She's still a little too, she's very innocent seeming. Yeah, I remember it was a debuff. I just couldn't remember what it does. Probably lowers your stamina or your intelligence or who knows.
Mm-mm.
Which character warned her that she would change the longer she's out there? Was it the doctor whose head they cut off or she cut off?
Yeah.
That's what that was.
Yeah, the longer that you stay out here, you will change.
Mm-hmm. She definitely did.
In more ways than one, too, because there's the idea of like being irradiated. She has radiation sickness right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, emotionally, sociologically.
Goodness.
And that was just the intro.
Yeah, and that was an 8-minute. Like, I like when shows do that sometimes, when they get like.
Sometimes I'm like, oh my god, they hasn't started yet.
Yeah. Their cold open goes for like so long.
Mm-hmm.
Oh right, I forgot. Yeah, there was a cannibal perk that you could take, and then you stop getting the debuff, and you instead get boosts.
Ooh, that's a cool perk.
In Fallout 4, I think they got to do it in 76 as well. The her brother has I really feel like is gonna have a very interesting arc in this season, or in the show, just in general.
Is that Norman Garden?
Yeah. that's
Thank
good.
you.
That's good. He really seems like he's going to be a sociopath. Like,
oh, for sure.
Yeah, he might go full.
He's going to be a great leader.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
He's going to go full Vault-Tec. By the way, also Winespring, that screen, perfect, like literally exactly the way it looks in Fallout 76 and Fallout 4.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
This lady.
Have you seen Wolverine and Deadpool yet?
Mm-hmm.
That's
the evening it came out.
That's Blind Al.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, she's so funny.
Yeah. She's great.
Wow. Wow. What a different character. I like thinking about that right now. Totally different character.
Mm-hmm.
Great actress. Jeez.
She's so funny. She's so funny. I want to see outtakes of her and Ryan Reynolds so bad.
Just going back and forth, right?
Oh yeah. I'm sure she can keep up with him. They apparently had a lot of fun dancing around the cocaine references and
I mean, how do you not?
Movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
The speaking of cocaine, they do another thing that we see in this episode is a lot of the stims and drugs that you can use in the Fallout universe, which is a big thing in the games as well.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Like when the ghoul goes into like the supermart.
Yep.
And it's just going ham on everything he can find.
And I looked up where they filmed that, because some of the shots looked familiar. It's a ShopRite, which anyone from the Northeast would recognize that brand of supermarket. It's mainly in the tri-state area, but I looked it up and they shot that scene in a ShopRite on Staten Island.
Wow.
Yeah. The ShopRite was condemned, and then it was knocked down like a couple of days after they finished filming there.
Wow.
Perfect usage, honestly. Yeah.
Also, they probably didn't have to do much to the surrounding area of Staten Island to make it look like a wasteland. Just saying.
Wow.
Oh no. Poor Staten Island.
Even people from Staten Island would agree with me. It's fine.
They were glad to see it torn down.
Yeah.
Oh man, this water scene, I can't.
It's so rough.
Makes me want to just drink like a bunch of water.
Yeah. I'm gonna drink first the vodka to cleanse it, and then we'll get some water.
All of us drinking fresh water.
Yep.
Feeling spoiled right now. My goodness.
It looks like antifreeze. That's what it looks like. It looks like antifreeze.
Like it really says a lot about what she's feeling right now, that she is just gobbling it up. Yeah.
Same, Rapunzel. Same.
Where I grew up, we had really good tap water though in New York.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know. We always like everyone. No one drank filtered water in New York. Like we had bottles of water, but like refrigerators didn't have like built-in. Like I didn't know anyone with like a built-in refrigerator with like a water thing on it until I was in my 20s, and we all drank everyone drank tap water, and but we had like a really good water filtration plant in our like in like the New York
like
does
citywide.
generally. But yeah.
I mean, I also drank out of a hose as a kid, but I don't.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah.
Hose water has a particular flavor that I miss, to be honest.
You can experience it again.
It's true.
Just go right outside.
the tap water in Florida, I will not drink.
Yeah.
If you let it dry on a dark surface, it turns into a white powder because that's how much calcium is in it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
So you saw him kind of get sick there. It seems different.
Really?
Ooh.
You can light it on fire.
Depends on. Oh yeah, that's in Flint. In Flint, they were lighting their water on fire. Yeah, from the fracking. If you live in an area where they frack, your water will be flammable.
Your water is fracked. Sorry.
Oh no, I want to watch Battlestar.
That's good.
That was like this scene, like the way it's lit and the way their faces look. It's not as horrifying as it it doesn't feel as horrifying as it is. But holy crap, she bit his finger off. He didn't react at all. And then he literally just calmly lifts her hand up and cuts her freaking finger off in front of her face. Like that's...
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I feel like this woman is also going to provide a lot of entertainment in this show. She seems like she's probably going to go off the defense. Harper, I think, or Stephanie. Yeah, Stephanie.
Yeah. I mean, if you got a fork in your eye.
She seems to like be very extra. And I feel like that's only going to get more so as the series goes on.
Mm-hmm.
I always say that I never remember the character's name from Austin Powers. She reminds me of the character from Austin Powers. Austin Powers.
Which one?
Eye patch lady. There's a lady with an eye patch.
Oh.
I don't remember her name though.
Wow, no, I don't either.
Oh no, I'm just never mind. It's not Austin Powers. I was confusing number 2 and one of the females in that. I don't know what I'm thinking of then. Where I'm picturing this woman with an eye patch. I don't know. It's from something though.
Well, gosh.
Oh,
this
God.
Poor guy.
Yeah,
Chet.
I know.
Sweet Chet.
Just getting used. He was part of one of the worst conversations we've had so far on this show, which is it's okay to do things with your cousin when you're young, but when you're older,
God.
I was like,
no.
Yeah.
The way it's just casually discussed, I believe in episode 1, it's just it's kind of on point though, considering what's happening to them and around them for however long it has been. Like,
it's like a socially acceptable, like the way they talk about it is just like, yeah, it's normal. But
everybody does
it. Yeah.
Until you're married, it's fine.
I am thinking of Daryl Hannah's character from Kill Bill. That's exactly who I was thinking of.
Oh, duh. Thank you,
like
Reverse.
Blonde,
I was just looking at, I was trying to figure it out.
I'll have to look that up.
Sense.
I don't remember.
I haven't watched Kill Bill in forever.
It's been a long time. I think I still own them all on DVD somewhere.
Daryl Hannah will always only be Pam from True Blood for me now. I found her picture though. She always accessorizes her eye patch with the costumes that she wears.
Mm-hmm.
So. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why would you not?
Exactly.
What an opportunity.
There's a woman on TikTok that I follow that like bad side of the story, she got COVID and some wacky crap happened with her eye, and she had to start wearing an eye patch. And I followed her for like a year. She would always just keep going through different eye patches.
And did she have the eye removed?
Yeah.
I think we follow the same person. Yeah.
I love her. Yeah, she's
great.
That was a lot of that like oof, this show, man.
They made it so dramatic.
Yeah.
I love any show that'll have a pregnant lady fighting like they did with her. It was awesome.
Wheel of Time, Fallout.
Yes.
They're developing a theme. Now they need season 2 of Lord of the Rings to have a fight like a pregnant dwarf female fighting, or any,
Oh man, that makes me think. What is it? Did y'all watch The Power? Is that what it was called? Was that a Prime show also? Based on a book series. And there was like a colony of women warriors. I think it's called The Power. And the leader's like pregnant and she's just badass.
The Power TV series.
Was that Prime?
Doesn't say. Yeah, Amazon Studios.
Okay, look, you guys, so good.
Okay.
Really?
I gotta check
Put it
that
on the list.
Highly recommend it. Really fun watch.
Putting
really
it on the list.
Really disturbing too. I will watch it with you guys.
This is a great opportunity to remind everybody. We always have our little running list of shows. So if anyone ever thinks of a new show to add to the list, just shout them out to the list. I'm going to put it on. Putting The Power on Amazon Prime on there right now.
I hope
we also have our list of movies for when we do movie days.
Are we waiting until after Fallout to do another one? Is that what we're thinking?
It's too. My brain is. That's thinking too far ahead right now. For my brain.
Has anyone seen
Farscape is on there.
Yet?
Farscape is on there. What's up?
Borderlands.
Oh.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet.
No, now I'm sad. I played so many hours of that game and I was really hopeful, and now I heard from Tom and a bunch of other people that it was total crap, and so I'm a little sad.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But I'm gonna go see Deadpool versus Wolverine on Sunday. I'm excited about that.
Yay.
It's been pretty much unanimously hated by everybody, which is surprising.
Borderlands?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I went and saw it like opening night also, and it was I didn't play that game either, but it was still like alarmingly predictable.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But pretty. Great colors.
Yeah. Does everyone recognize our Mr. Handy Bot Snip Snip here's voice?
Oh, I did see who that was. Matt Berry.
Yes. Another one of my favorite shows, What We Do in the Shadows. I love this freaking show so much. It's one of my favorites.
I need to give that one a try.
So good. One of my favorite lines is this guy, Nandor, the one in the back with the long hair on the top. He's dancing around with a construction cone on his head. And he's like, we drank some blood from people who were on drugs and now we're wizards. And then he's dancing around. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I do need to watch that.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
That's wonderful.
Oh, and they live on Staten Island. We've come full circle.
Perfect.
Yep.
Didn't it just conclude?
Oh, see, freaking Rapunzel and I. Yeah, I think they just did the last season, either they just finished filming the last season or last season just came out. I haven't watched it yet.
It's something like that. Oh man, Lucy looks rough here.
Yeah. That finger is gross.
Yeah.
Kind of magic that they can do that.
The way they casually drop like super advanced technology and medical science like that is just really funny too.
It didn't even seem to hurt as he just reattached her finger there.
That might be the shock.
Or the radiation poisoning.
Radiation poisoning.
Seeing the foot put on the doctor, was.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Like,
the grinder. It was like grinding onto his. Yeah, that was disgusting.
With blood just pouring out. I'm like, how is he not passing out right now? Like, how do you not pass out? Like, you have to pass out.
It was like budget thing. I feel like they try to frame it like it is a budget prosthetic because it was like Jim's limbs when she pulled out the box, and I was like,
Jim's limbs. I forgot about that.
That was rough.
Mm-hmm.
And then our little, in all senses of the word, sociopath here.
Yeah.
When a hero comes along. That's him. This guy, man. He found something that interests him.
Yep. Killing people.
I was going to say like researching. And, like,
research.
What's going on.
Research.
But yeah.
It's definitely what he's doing. He's just researching.
Yes. And that's definitely just cake.
Did they make that actor smaller, or is that just how short he is? Because it just the outline around his body just looks weird. Like it looks like CG.
That's a good point. Yeah.
It reminds me of Chris Evans in like the early part of Captain America. Yes.
That's a great call out. Oh my gosh. That was so weird. Like that was strange to see. So strange. They really got us there.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that movie. I don't like I that's one of the movies that like I'll just put on sometimes in the background.
Which one? Sorry, I was totally watching. I got
Captain America.
So good. Yeah, language. Oh, there's our log.
Yep. And this is their vault, so he's trying to, he's snooping. He's being a little snooper.
I love how earlier they just dropped in that he had access to their computer information.
Oh, I wanted to look up this guy to see how tall he is.
Yeah, that's what I was just doing.
I don't know how to pronounce his name. Moses Arias.
5'1". 5'1".
Okay, so he is pretty short.
That's short.
Chet right here is so great.
He's so out of like look at his face. He's like,
yes, I would love to get out of here. Oh my god, it's so funny.
Oh shit! Fuck, I haven't watched Ender's Game in a while. Yeah. He was in Ender's Game. What was I thinking?
Is that the hacker movie?
It's science fiction, kind of future stuff. It's the kid that they get a bunch of kids to fight aliens.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah. It's based on a book.
Different one.
Fun fact: Harriet McDougal edited that book.
What?
Yeah,
Go Harriet!
She was the editor on Ender's Game.
Rapunzel, me at 5'2". Oh my god, he's so short. Me too, Rapunzel. Like the same height. I'm with you. That's good.
Not that it's a bad thing. It's just, way shorter than me.
It's just way shorter than me.
So how long do you think it would take for the people to start eating each other when the food goes away in the vault, in your vaults, your gravity vault and your sunlight vault?
I mean,
13 days.
Oh, I don't know that. When the food's gone, I'm gonna say less than a week. I'll say 6 days before somebody dumps that shit.
Oh my gosh!
Just straight. I don't think. Some people get very ruthless when things are tough.
They get
and yours is messing with daylight. Mine's messing with gravity. So I was thinking of all the psychological issues added in. All that.
Foosball is a bloodthirsty game. It's a very bloodthirsty game.
And how about yours, Tom? How long would it take? No food.
I mean, like the whole thing is built on food, so probably very fast. I feel like people would start like if not like a week, not much longer. Like, because they would be used to eating, food often.
Well, there are other things to eat first, is what I was thinking. Like before you just jump right into the people.
Right into the people.
You can boil your belts and your shoes, those kind of things before you eat each other.
String Flame.
I think you would have so much to talk about.
Yeah, but also, we would find the person that has the best reading voice and make them just read the books to everybody. So
yeah. Yeah, the cats would start eating people right away.
That's fair. Just groups of roving bands of cats killing people.
Oh.
That's one animal you never see in the Fallout universe. Unless I don't remember like Fallout 2. I don't think there's any cats in New Vegas or 3. And there's none in 4. There's no cat-like animals. We have weird crossovers of lots of things. The axolotl that we had in the last episode was different than it was in the game, but still close.
Man, Norm here in the scene, just scouting out, and there's just death everywhere.
I know, and it's so like those people were obviously like laying next to each other, so it's probably like a couple, or at least people that knew each other.
Like Chet's like emotionally like disturbed, and Norm is just like curious, like what?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I wonder why they did this.
Fascinating, yeah.
Normal cats are in Fallout 4 though, Gnome and Garden, like just regular cats, not like weird irradiated horrible monster cats.
Haven't gotten to that part yet.
Yep.
Like there's very few normal animals other than like dog meat and birds, pretty much. Everything else is some horrible monster.
Reverse BLT. And the cats hitched a ride back to their homeland with the aliens.
It's perfect. Like Hitchhiker's Guide. They don't even need to change the line. Just thanks for all the fish, and then they leave.
Yeah. Thanks for all the pets.
Speaking of pets, Luna fucked all the way off.
Martha got me, you guys.
Yeah, that's sad.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing that I noticed a lot in this episode was her lack of boot. I was like, damn, that must suck. Walking like, look, she's missing that boot the boot was got pulled off when she got attacked by the gulper in the last.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought it spit it back out. I didn't realize she didn't get it back.
Well, the boot that she finds a boot here, and that's really when she goes through her little transformation. Like the next scene that we see her after she escapes and gets that boot put on, she's much more like tough and no nonsense, and a lot like she has a lot shorter of a fuse and is way less trusting. For obvious reasons. I mean, when someone tries to harvest your organs pretty as quickly as they do.
You guys, it's like her Cinderella moment. She got her shoe when she transformed.
Yep. Oh my God.
Also, in Fallout 4, you can get a Mr. Handy, which is what that is, as a companion that follows you around too. And he does have that saw blade. He's a pretty powerful companion.
One time I was, like 11 or 12, and we were in this really small town for the weekend, and the tornado sirens went off, and the only storm shelter was across the street, and we had to cross this like drainage ditch, and that's the one part of that whole experience that like sticks out is I was wearing jelly shoes. You guys remember
the jellies?
Yes.
And it got caught in the floodwater and just like went rushing down the street like as I was trying to run across to safety, and it was like my favorite pair of jellies. I was really upset about it. Never mind the tornado or the damage. It was my jelly shoe that was gone. I think we were like 10. I remember that was like where my fascination with tornadoes started.
Did you
gosh.
Did you guys catch his Mr. Handy's final, Snip's final words?
Mm-mm.
He said, "There's no fudge here." I really feel like that was an ad lib for Matt Berry, though, because Matt Berry is just whacked out of his mind. So I definitely feel like that was an ad lib from him.
I might need to look into that. I wonder what that's about. There's no fudge here.
I couldn't find any reference to it in Fallout or anything like that. It was just like a funny, weird line.
That's a cool nugget.
Uh-oh, here we go. So why do they keep... Here's my thought. Tell me what you guys think. Why are they keeping these feral ghouls here? And they also seem to be supplying not just fresh organs and drugs, but also the medicine that keeps ghouls from turning feral. I think it might be distilled from ghouls.
Oh, like they make the drug with the ghouls?
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
That's what I kind of assumed. And they have people coming to like pick up harvest organs.
Yeah.
Those kind of things. So are they also picking up these ghouls maybe?
Maybe.
And who's picking them up and why? What are they doing with it?
That's is Vault-Tec still around? Are there people going to show up in suits?
Oh my goodness. Wouldn't that be surprising?
The Abraxo cleaner is basically bleach. It made me think of the scene, especially because she has it in needles that she's shooting at them. But it made me think of the scene in Terminator 2 when Sarah Connor has the syringe full of bleach in the doctor's neck, and she's like,
"Wow, that is old school." Man, they move quick.
Mm-hmm.
Ass jerky juice.
Oh,
that sounds like a side effect from medicine that you don't want.
Ass jerky juice. Like
if you've experienced ass jerky juice while taking our rat away, call now. You may be eligible for a cash reward.
Oh, Martha.
That's right. Yeah, the feral ghouls are probably the scariest, like when they chase you in Fallout, because they're quiet until they start screaming and chasing you. I mean, there are giant, horrible monsters too, but they're the ones that always get me. Like, they always freak me out.
Oh my goodness.
It's so depressing. 100% looked like she was flying there for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Just make a little sign. R.I.P. Martha. That was her name.
Amazing.
Perfect.
Guys.
Perfect.
That is her name.
Poor Martha.
I love it. Not a lot of Maximus this episode.
No.
I'm okay with that.
His character is a little
cringe.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I think before long we're going to see him kind of split personality.
Oh, I can see that. I like that. Mm-hmm.
Because when he gets caught and he's himself, he's willing to do anything. Like, he murders people. He's
like a feral cat.
Yeah, at a moment's notice. But when he's pretending to be Knight Titus, he puts on the facade of, like a gallant knight. And I can see that developing into something.
Mm-hmm.
He's so tiny. Look. I feel bad making fun of his height, but like, he's just comparatively next to that dude. He's just so small. They went bananas. He's like a little Batman. He's investigating.
Little Batman.
Yeah, little investigator. I know, look, they capitalized the A, but not the E, and not the H. It's just weird. He got in.
Mm-hmm.
I tried reading some text off these computers. I couldn't get anything off those.
Oh my gosh. Pause every single screen. The rest of the time I watched.
Yeah, I tried. I tried. I didn't screen record it so that I could slow it down and watch it frame by frame. I didn't do that because screen recording it would be wrong.
Never do that.
I would never do that.
You should pause.
Yeah, and just hit pause until I get it right.
Yep.
Here we go. So now you see she's got 2 different boots on, and look at her. She's full Wastelander now. She looks and Winespring, for your information here, she looks perfect. Like that aren't like, I feel like my character at some point in the video game looked exactly like that. Still wearing the Vault Tech like undergarments, but having like different pieces of armor put on. Like, looks really good. She just reached level 20.
It's very like Lara Croft looking is what it gives me.
Yeah, I see that. I can see that. She could play Lara Croft too. She looks a lot like Lara Croft. Especially the new one. Oh, that was nice of her. He kind of acted as her Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, okay.
That's, you know what I mean? Like he kind of taught her the ways of the wasteland. And now here she is. She just left Dagobah. She's a fully realized Wastelander knight. And now she'll be better off for her experiences. With a dead person's finger. Yeah, that was a little rough.
Oh my goodness.
It looks perfect. It really does look perfect.
Yeah.
Also, the super duper mart in the video game has the same color scheme. I went and checked like what super duper mart looks like in the game, because when I saw this, I was like, oh, that looks like ShopRite. The color scheme, the red and yellow. It's the same color scheme as Super Duper Mart. They have the same color scheme.
Wow. I just really wanted that umbrella.
With
the patio umbrella. I love it.
It screams 1980s.
It does. It really does.
Though it does look like Italian colors. Oh no, it has yellow on it too. Never mind.
It's a little more, more muted.
Very excited now. Not just because of all of the ghoul drugs. Why are you taking them out of the box and putting them in your bag? Just carry the box. Oof, man. He looks so creepy in that, that scene right there. I saw an interview with him. He said until the second or third time he said that he wore the makeup, he basically couldn't see anywhere but straight forward. Until they really custom, like every time he put it on, he said they got a little bit better at refining it and getting it to fit perfectly.
Okay. Just because of the like build up around his eye and stuff.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Because they had to give up, they had to make that sunken look to his face. Speaking of Captain America, he does give off Red Skull vibes and Deadpool vibes.
Yes.
So he kind of has advanced a little bit in his own little world too, because any kind of reference they made to this earlier, he didn't want to have anything to do with. So him sitting down and watching this now. I wonder if he's gonna like be more like he was when he was human. Now that Lucy kind of helped him out and like he was so close to death.
Yeah. Someone showed him compassion. That's a big, character change moment. I love the episodes showing the history, the background, like before things happen. Those are fascinating.
It's very much like in the video game too. Like you'll just see random televisions play videos like this, or you'll find a computer or a note or whatever, and or like he did, he found a little tape. You could put those little tapes in your Pip-Boy too and play them in the game.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. All right. So that was the end of our episode. So if you're watching in the watch party, thank you. I hope you had a good time. I'm going to exit the watch party now. It might keep playing for you if you're in it, so feel free to continue watching if you would like, but we aren't going to watch any more episodes today.
We're not going to episode 5 because I'm ready.
Not right now. If we were to go to episode 5, what would Crystal have to watch with Tavarin Tavern next week?
Yay!
Not next week.
Wait.
September 9th.
Weeks.
Sorry. Yeah, 2 weeks.
We are going to take next week off for the holiday.
Yes, next week is Labor Day. And also that, not that this matters in any way, because I'm not going to DragonCon, but DragonCon is also next week. You guys will be able to you will get something fun in the lieu of having not us here doing our normal rewatch stuff. We will be posting at some point during the day. I'll get an exact time and we'll let you know what it is on the social medias. But on Monday, we will be posting live my interview with Guy Roberts. He will be answering the inside the Dragonmount studio interview questions, and we had a ton of fun with him. It was so much fun. He was such a good sport. He was a fan of Inside the Actor Studio. He knew it, so he was like, as soon as I told him about it, he was like, "Oh yeah, absolutely." And he enjoyed our additional questions that we added in. He was one of the first people we asked the dinosaur question to, so that was good.
Ooh.
But speaking of our Inside the Dragonmount Studios, we already did that with Winespring.
Shoot! What are we gonna do?
It's crazy. But also keep an eye on our YouTube channel. I will be making clips of all of our interviews of Inside the Dragonmount Studio, so you will be able to check that out then. And it'll be a little bit more condensed. I don't know how much I can condense reverse BLTs and when I did it with him, because we drone on a lot, but
because it's him, yeah,
and me. But in lieu of our Inside the Dragonmount Studios, we thought we'd play a little game with Winespring here, and different to our Inside the Dragonmount Studios questions, we did not send her any of the information about the game prior to playing it right now, so she gets to learn it as you guys learn it too. So that should be fun. So we're going to play a word association game. So the way that works is someone says a word, like Crystal, go ahead, say a word.
Banana.
Plantain. You say the first thing that pops in your head when someone says that word. I'm basic and I just said I said plantain, which is very similar to a banana, but we're going to do it with Winespring in the theme of the Wheel of Time. So we have a nice list of Wheel of Time words here, and the idea is we'll say them. We'll take turns saying them. I'm gonna let Crystal start, and then we'll go back and forth. And Winespring, you need to say the first thing that pops in your head, essentially, when we say that word.
Okay.
It should be perfect. I'm sure everything is going to go fine.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah. You want to start us off there, Crystal?
Yep, I'm ready. All right, Matt Coffin.
Boy.
Telerenriode.
Magic.
Okay.
Gateway.
Ooh, stop.
Okay. Trollic.
Eat.
Oh, see, that's a sore spot for me. That's a sore spot for me. I was eaten by a Trollic.
You guys have the recipe for Trollic balls. They're delicious. Check them out.
I've seen you eat them, and they look delicious. I need to try to make them.
That's awesome.
Maybe I'll do that. I'll try to replicate your recipes. That would be fine.
All right, Grendel.
Sexy.
True story. Adam.
Oh, control.
Tam Althor.
Who? Just kidding. Just kidding.
You had me for a second. You had me.
Oh my
God.
God. These faces were delightful. I'd probably say Zaddy.
That's fair. That's fair. Black Aja.
Scary.
Hurin.
Oh, Sniffer?
White Cloaks.
Ew.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
The slog.
Oh no. Okay. I don't even I just ew. Yeah, again.
Butt Rock.
I don't remember.
You know,
But I thought about the images from Prague with those faces that they shared when the Tinkers were there and they run by those faces. But I don't remember Butt Rock.
Okay. That's what a lot of people in the fandom call Daniel Henney's butt from season 1 of the show.
Oh,
His beautiful, beautiful butt.
His
never my face.
beautiful butt. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Dragonmount.
Who's that?
Ha ha ha.
Okay, I mean it's a double joke. I mean, just forgive me for that.
Shameless plug for us. That was fun. We need to. We're gonna come up with other fun games to play when we have people on. But
when you come back, like you're always gonna be our guinea pig because we'll always have to have a new game.
Yeah.
for
Oh
you.
my God, that's so fun.
That's a good point for us. It's like, Winespring's going to be on again. We had to come up with a new game now. We have to retire. We have to retire Word Association. We have to do something else.
It's like getting to make a new vault, you guys, every time I come.
Oh God! What horrible experiments are you going to do on people this time?
I can't wait.
A little less tortury.
I love games, so I'm always down.
Yay! All right. Well, again, make sure to tune in on September 9th. Crystal will be by herself, by her lonesome with Tavern Tavern.
So sad.
I will still be gallivanting around Europe, but please make sure to come and hang out and harangue Tavern Tavern as much as possible because I like messing with him. He's a ton of fun. I love that man.
Easy target, you guys. Easy target.
Friend, you're on this new game list as well because you come on here, all of the time. And
you've already answered the questions too.
Yep.
Exactly. All right. No, hold on. I want to share one. I want to make sure we get our links out there again. Please also, if you haven't already, go and check out Winespring Cafe's website. I'm going to be posting that in the chat. And through there, you can find her Twitter and make sure to give her a follow on Twitter. Also, check her out on Nostronauts. That's the NASA D20 game that you're playing with a bunch of also fantastic people. Roofmisstress.
And the Wheel&Chill show.
Yes! On Critter XG's channel. I have that link.
Now it's on Taverns, actually, while Critter is having a baby.
Oh, yeah, because Critter's having a baby. Well, I'll post Critters and then Taverns as well so that we can make sure we get all of the links.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, always. A rising tide raises all ships. That's my motto.
Oh, lovely.
I just saw my face and I didn't like it. So I'll put Taverns in chat. I mean out on the socials tonight when we post that because I'm gonna list his thing as soon as we're off of here and everyone will see it. So thank you everyone for coming and hang out with us. That was a ton of fun. Winespring, as always, I love having you on. Your brain is so. Oh, there it is! Look at the hearts! Yay! Mine doesn't do that because I don't have a Mac.
Magic.
I don't have a Mac, but I still love you, and Appa loves you.
Love. So much love to the whole community. Yeah. Oh, good night, Appa.
Say good night, Crystal.
Good night, Crystal.